Hello, beautiful family. God bless you. Welcome to your devotional number 30, The Principles of Success. I mentioned to you in the last video that I have in my heart this message that God will deliver us from the I factor. What is the I factor? The I factor is that we are constantly expecting people to see what we do and value what we do, to see what we do and appreciate us for what we do. And the only thing that is left after that is a lot of disappointment. I believe that it is a very high expectation and an impossible dream for people to be able to celebrate us for everything that we do, because they don't see us all the time. In fact, let's recognize you and me, that you and me are actually very blind about what other people do. We don't see it. We don't see their sacrifices. But I am honored to have a God, your God, that He can see. I shared something in the last video and I did not even ask permission to Miss Sophie, but I'm hoping she'll love me. She took her car to a car lot and they told her the value of her car was very, very, very low. Why? Well, because her car has 183,000 miles on it. And the moment she said that, a picture came to my heart. That the way these people value that vehicle is very different from the way God values the vehicle. Why? Because God knows exactly what she did with 183,000 miles. God saw every time she woke up at 3 in the morning, drove all the way to my house to pick me up and take me to the airport, and then drive back to work, and then 3 days later do the same. God sees. If you take that car to heaven right now and ask Him, what is the value of this car? You better believe it, that the way that God values that vehicle is very different, because He saw. So I can't really blame the poor people that are so blind at the car lot, because they don't see. And that is the blindness that we carry. We have to recognize it when we deal with other people. Be careful how you treat others. You don't know their sacrifices. And at the same time, we must know that it's impossible for people to value, to appreciate and recognize us, because they don't see. They don't see our sacrifices. Yet, God has a deliverance for us. And I'm going to read the scripture to you, and then I'll continue in the next video. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. I'm going to read all the way in verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Christ. As unto Christ. As unto Christ. Not with eye service. Not with eye service. As men pleasers, but as the servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart. Oh, this is full. So God is telling you, everything you do, do it as unto me. And when you are serving others, because everything you do is a service, and when you are serving others, don't be captive of the I factor. Hoping they will see it, hoping they will value it, hoping they will be fair in the paycheck, hoping they can recognize, hoping they can appreciate. That is impossible. But the Bible delivers us from that by saying, do it as unto the Lord. And then he says, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart. The way you work, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you react, do it as unto the Lord. When everybody's watching and when nobody's watching, do it as unto the Lord, because the reward comes from Him. Verse 8, knowing, watch this, knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord. You see, God puts us in front of people to serve them. But He said, don't you dare serve their eyes. Don't you dare be captive of the eye factor. I put you there, and I'm the one watching you. And I will be the one rewarding you. And I'm not going to reward you for 8 hours of work. I'm going to reward you for every prayer you prayed for your boss, for every act of service, even from your house, for every good word you said about your boss in a moment where he was being criticized. And every hour they could not pay you, God will pay you beyond your imagination. So I can't wait to see what God will do with Sophie's car that has 183,000 miles. Mark this day, because when she has her new car, valued by God, she's going to take a picture and show it to us. And she's going to be very, very, very shocked. Thank you so much for listening, family. Be careful. Be careful that you don't allow any lie from the enemy to make you think God is not watching you. I love you very much. And I want to remind you, we want to help 168 kids filling these backpacks, beautiful backpacks, with school supplies. And we need your help. If you would like to be a part of this project, you can sow through PayPal or Zelle. The email is pastoranna@wisdomforwinningchurch.tv, or you can sow through Cash App, wisdom4winning. Thank you so much for listening, family, and have a very blessed day.